Hello. It's
Hello.
time to carry on with our Festival da Canção interviews. My name is Rory, and this time I am so incredibly thankful and excited to be joined by Manuel and Rodolfo from the group Norton. Hi, boa noite, como está?
Hello.
Olá.
Boa noite.
Boa noite.
Fantastic.
How are you?
Thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, thank you. So, yes, Norton will be trying to represent Portugal in Eurovision 2022 with their song Hope this year. And I guess we should just sort of start off with how you got to here. So you were invited to write a song by RTP for Festival da Canção. How did it feel to sort of be approached for the opportunity?
It was strange and
It was a big surprise.
because
Unexpected surprise.
we are not really from this world, this Eurovision. We make music for a different type of public, you can say, and where our music fits, it's different from the Eurovision world. I don't know if I'm explaining well what I mean, but and it was a big surprise, and we are really happy to be here and to have this opportunity to show our music to more people.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, sorry, carry on.
No, just to say that Festival da Canção is a big showcase, so it's very important for us to have a song and be invited, so we can expose ourselves with, as Rodolfo was saying, to more bigger crowds.
Definitely, yeah. It sounds like it's been it's such an honor, honestly, to represent or to even be taking part in Festival da Canção, isn't it?
Even totally. just to be part of it, it's an honor.
Definitely. And you have a fantastic song this year as well, so you're definitely adding to the class of Festival da Canção definitely this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what was the process of sort of coming up with the song? Was it sort of easy to come up with? Was it fairly, was it actually quite difficult, or were you writing a song for Eurovision or just a song for yourself?
It was all new, no? It's the first time we have a date to give a song, to have the song ready. We are self-released. We do everything ourselves, so we do it every time, like in our time, and like when we want, when we are really happy with the songs and everything. And this time we had a time to give the song, to have everything ready, and the 3-minute rule, it was a challenge for us too, like to fit so many ideas in so little time. And we made, like, when we received the invitation, we started making new songs. We made we had 3-4 demos, and we choose this one and finish this one. It was a challenge. It was. We are really happy with it. We are really happy with the result, but it was a challenge. And we made it like, our approach to it from the beginning was we are not making a song for Festival da Canção. We are making a new Norton song. That could be the first single from a new album, or a single from a new EP, or whatever. It's a new Norton song, and because that's how we make music. We are the most honest people making music. We only do what we really like, and it comes from our hearts. And beside that, the invitation was was part of it too. They asked us. They wanted Norton to be in the festival, not Norton to do a song, a Eurovision song for the festival. They didn't ask us that.
Yes, for our identity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like
That's
you're
what they wanted.
Yeah, it's you're almost very authentic to yourself, isn't it? And as a band.
Yes.
And actually listening back to some of your other songs, it did sound like it was almost like a similar kind of style to the other songs that are in your sort of repertoire, which is a nice sort of continuation almost. Yeah. So what would you say is like the message of the song Hope? I mean, obviously, and the name, I guess, within the title would sort of maybe give it away, but is there any sort of other meaning to the song for you?
Yeah, we like to let it open for the people who listen to it and to identify with the lyrics and make their own story. But for us, it was. I think it's easy to see. It's hope and love and the caring for each other. Someone that it's not finding his path in life and needs help from someone that it's near, like can be a father, can be the lover, can be a friend. It's love in the most
honest way possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And it comes across so well, obviously, like it in such a time when everyone is so unsure of who they are or what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned it in the lyrics. It's like, I can't find my role. So it's like where do we see ourselves in
where do we fit?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know where you are in the society. It's like, where am I meant to put myself, isn't it?
It's something that I mean, everyone in one time of his life have this feeling, but now with this past 2 years we are living with the pandemic, I think everyone in the world feel like this at least 1 or 2 times in the past 2 years. Like, wow, what is happening? What I do here? Who am I? Where I go? It's like, whoa, it's crazy.
And together it's easier.
Yeah,
to have someone who can be with you and show you a new way of life, and that's we're for people in the band. So it's we need each other to make music, to live, to breathe. When we got to the rehearsal room, we are four. We need each other, and that's a message that goes on the song too.
Yeah, definitely. And it it's something that, as much as people like to almost say like, oh yes, we're very independent, like I don't need anyone. We really do need people together, isn't it? Because otherwise how could we survive almost?
Yeah. And where's the fun of being alone? No,
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And sometimes when we are in a bad situation or in a bad time or with these questions, sometimes you just need someone to be there, like just to be by your side. Sometimes it's just enough that you don't need someone to be proactive. Sometimes just to have someone by your side, it's enough to help you go.
That that person, that friend or family or lover is by your side.
Yeah.
Just to know, it's
definitely
very, very, very important.
Yeah, of course. And that's all we need in life, friends, families, just support in general, which is so thankful. And it gives us hope, as we know.
It's all connected.
Exactly. So something I noticed is that, Hope is sung entirely in English, which is kind of different for Festival da Canção, which is mostly fully in Portuguese. And except for obviously last year when the Black Mamba won Festival da Canção and then went to Eurovision and sung entirely in English. Do you see it as more freeing as an artist to sing in English at Festival da Canção, or would you have just planned to sing in English anyway, or would you? It's with the changing of the times.
Yeah, we sing in English since the beginning, and I mean that's how we feel good to do what we do, and I think. The language, it's not really important. It's like you have to be honest and true to yourself, and if you want to express yourself in Chinese and you are Portuguese and you know Chinese, why not? Or, I mean, we have in Portugal, we have like I don't know well, but there was a time when the first Portuguese bands singing in English were getting popular and going to the radio and in the TV, and it was always a big question, like, oh, why you are Portuguese and why you are singing in English? And I don't know if in the other countries it happens like that, but I don't think that someone in Iceland asked Björk why she sings in English, or it's just an example. I mean, you want to express yourself in Portuguese, in English, in French, whatever. I think the Black Mamba winning last year was a big step for opening some minds here in Portugal. That
some barriers.
They are. It's not because they are singing in English doesn't mean that they are not Portuguese people. I mean, they can represent Portugal singing in English or whatever language people want. It's art.
It's art and art is universal. So I guess
definitely, because it's when Portugal is so used to singing in Portuguese, and then when you hear something so like left field from Portugal, obviously, like you're so kind of thrown almost, isn't it? But as you said, it is art. So, art needs to be expressed in the way that you want it to. So it's good to know that that minds are sort of changing in Portugal, especially with music and Festival da Canção.
I see it a little bit like if you go to Picasso and say you can only paint in red, you can't paint in black or in blue, or you can only paint in red. It's a little bit the same with music. You can't say, or you can't say to a band or to an artist, say you can't use guitar. You only can use synthesizers or piano or whatever. It's like it's art. You can use whatever you want, or you should use whatever you want and sing in whatever language you want to sing. And if you want to mix, like Maro is doing with Portuguese and English in this song this year in Festival da Canção, you should do it too. Or the Inês Homens Mel that sings in I don't know how many languages this song has. Like it's art. You should do what you want to do.
Definitely, and I think you managed to straddle it so well as well, and it does it so much justice. I think fingers crossed that we can see a little bit more sort of linguistic sort of diversity, hopefully, in the next few years of Festival da Canção. So I guess sort of looking at the big picture, I guess, what would some of your sort of earliest memories of Eurovision be, or Festival da Canção as well? Like, was it a big thing for you growing up, or was it just sort of something that was sort of on in the background?
No, Festival da Canção was big when we were young.
It was a family thing. The country would stop to see Festival da Canção.
Like in the 70s, 80s, and the early 90s. Then after that, it was not going so well, and the people didn't pay much attention to it. And now since 2017, when they changed everything, the festival has back the attention that he deserves, I think. But yeah, I think we are from a generation that can sing to you like, or can tell you like more than 10 or 20 songs from Festival da Canção, like even the ones that didn't win, and they are part of our memory, and the Portuguese people that grew up in that time. It was a big thing.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously with Festival da Canção being such an institution in Portugal, yes, you know, like it's something that you kind of have to watch almost. You're kind of, what are you doing if you're not watching it, kind of. Yeah.
And they RTP recovered it, so that feeling, will to watch the semifinals and then the final, so everyone knows what's happening, so that came back. That's really good.
It was some I think it was some hard work from RTP and some magic with what happened with Salvador and everything, that it was like, I think all the world probably was going back and see Festival da Canção that year after Salvador wins the Eurovision, to see, I mean, if he won, like, I want to see what other music they had there too. And the lights were back to Festival. I think they did a really great job with having a different approach to it, and with a quality stamp. Like it's really, they made a really good job.
The restart was really big.
Yeah. I think even they don't know how it went so well.
It couldn't be better.
Well, I mean, we've had some fantastic songs win in recently, you know, after Amar Pelos Dois. We also had O Jardim, which is possibly one of the most underrated songs, I think, to that Portugal has ever sent, in my own opinion. I love Claudia Pascoal, so and then of course Telemóveis as well, and of course then Medo de Sentir as well. It's good to see that it's true Portuguese sort of artists getting their chance to shine, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
and the most what we are learning now that we are entering this Festival da Canção and Eurovision world, is that everyone wins here. I mean, the attention the festival have, the Eurovision fans from all over the world looking for Festival da Canção, listening to the songs, giving their opinion. I mean, everyone is winning new fans, and only for that it's amazing. I mean, then you have all the rest, like the semifinals, the final, and if you win, and if you go to the final, and then if you win the final, go to Eurovision. I mean, that are extras. I think the most important, it's the basic of it. It's really amazing.
Definitely. You've had so much exposure from this, I'm assuming. So your calendar is probably going to be very busy for the next year.
We hope so.
So looking at Festival da Canção, then, what do you sort of have planned for your performance? Is there going to be any surprises, or is it just going to be a sort of simple, straightforward sort of performance?
We can't really talk about that. They don't let us. but yeah, we are four guys playing music, and that's what we like most to do. And we have a song that we are really proud to present, and we are preparing with the RTP teams a really nice performance. We hope everyone enjoy it.
On March 5th.
Yeah.
March 5th. I'll save the date for that.
Save the date, yeah.
Definitely. And what do you hope people take from your performance? What's the one thing that you'd love people to sort of think, oh yes, this was the great thing about Norton's show?
I think the honesty and the truth of the performance of the song. I think we hope that people can feel the love we put in the song when we made it, and it's really honest from the four of us, and it's our truth. Our truth is there. I mean, that's what we want people to take from the song, and that people dance and smile and vote and listen to more,
and can check us out in the future.
Yeah,
and go to our shows and listen to our songs from the performance song.
Well, speaking of, if someone was listening to Hope and thought, oh my God, this is a really good song, what song would you personally recommend someone from your repertoire to check out next?
One song?
Just the one. Could be such a hard question, because there's so many to choose from.
Yeah.
No.
You don't have any?
You don't have one?
Should listen to the records.
Yeah, to Have You Light, to our new record from 2 years ago. But I think
well, they all tell a story, so they make sense listening to the first until the last one.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to highlight one for us, especially.
I know it's a very tough thing because there's so many ones that have different messages, isn't it? So
it depends. Well, it depends what you want to do after listening to Hope. If you want to stay in the same mood, if you want to go crazy, if you want to sing along, if you want to, we have songs for all of that. If you want to,
all the moods.
If you want to lay in the grass and watch the stars, we have songs for all of that. So
well, it sounds like you got the whole day sorted in terms of music.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Dear.
Yeah.
So just sort of one final question. What message would you give to the viewers and the readers of that Eurovision site?
Go listen to Norton.
Simple and straightforward.
and keep supporting the Eurovision and the Festival da Canção and the artists, because I think after these 2 years of everyone stopping and no shows and all of that, I think all the artists from all around the world, not only the ones that are in the nationals, Festival da Canção, to go to Eurovision, but all of them need the attention from the public. Need the people to go listen to the music, to go to the shows, to support them. And we are learning that the Eurovision fans really know how to do that. And it's
very
really
dedicated.
Nice. And it's really nice to know this dedicated people that are really supporting the artists. It's really good.
Oh well, we're doing our absolute best, and you know, I'm sure there will be so many people who will be supporting Norton in the first semi-final on the 5th of March. I will be watching intently and keeping my fingers
We're
crossed.
counting
If I
on
could
you.
vote, I would vote, but alas, no. Well, muito obrigado e boa sorte. And
Muito obrigado.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
And yes, best of luck in March. You would no doubt it'll be fantastic. And thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. It means a lot.
Oh,
Thank you.
it was a pleasure to be speaking to you.
Thank you.